Hi guys, jumping on to finish up my diamond painting. This is the girl with the bird, and I started it on Monday. So as you can see, I am almost done. So I'm just looking at my beads to see where I want to start. Make sure my light is plugged in so I can see. Because these little pieces are very, very small. Let's see. I think I'm going to start with 8. Got some 8s right in there. So this is what the diamonds, they come in these little plastic things like this, and then they have the either a number, a alpha, or a special character, and you're going to match that number, alpha, or special character to your canvas. So we got 8, and we're going to fill in all of the 8s. So I'm going to cut this open, and then I'm going to take a bigger bag. I have some individual baggies here. I'm going to take one of these. And I'm going to put all of the beads inside that baggie. So I get all of the beads out. There's one being stubborn, or a couple of them, so I'll just put these in my little tray. So we'll open the little baggie and we'll get those beads out. Got them all. And I'm going to take my little baggie now. And we don't have very many 8s, so they don't give you very many beads for that. But we're just going to pour them into our tray. And then I'm going to drop this bag that has the number on it. I'm going to drop that back into the big bag. That way I can keep up with what number or character or whatever this goes with. And then I zip it up or close it up. And now I have number 8 in the bigger bag. That helps you keep up with your beads, because the little plastic bags they come in, once you open it, you don't have a way that you can close it where the beads don't fall out. So I'm going to take my little tray and I just take it and kind of move it from side to side to get the beads to move around. And what you're trying for is to get the beads to lay flat on the back so that you can then start placing your beads. Now I'm using my stylus that I have put wax in it. And so the wax helps you to pick up your beads easily. But your canvas is sticky. So when you lay the bead down on your canvas, it's going to stick because it has an adhesive on the canvas. So we're going to go in, and I only have a single stylus, but they do have stylus that have 2, 3, 4 little ends where you can place multiple beads at one time. But I ordered one of those, but I haven't received it yet. So I'm just going to go in and start placing my beads down individually on all of the number 8s. And I always like to take my finger and just press down. All right, look like that bead fell. There we go. You can always tell when it's not a bead on the end once you get to the canvas, because you'll feel the metal slide on the canvas. So, you know, once I think I picked it up, I'm not like looking at the bead all the way from the tray to the canvas. Hi guys, I'm just doing diamond painting. So again, I started this on Monday. I jumped on a live last night and started filling it in. Then I got tired because sleep was calling my name. So my goal is to finish up today. I got this canvas from Michael's. It came with everything that you need to do this painting or diamond art. It came with everything you need. It came with the canvas. It came with all of the beads. It came with the stylus. It came with some baggies, but not enough to, I just hit my light, y'all. That's why it got even brighter. But it didn't come with enough baggies for all of the beads. So at some point in time, I must have ordered some bags some years ago or something that I never used. So they came in handy finally. Y'all know how we are as crafters, always ordering stuff, thinking we're going to use it immediately, and don't. All right, so we got some H's. There's another number 8 up there. All right, let's see, where do I see it at? Hold on, y'all. That's a BBB. There it is. Right there. So I always take, like I said, I take my finger and just kind of press it down because I'm not pressing very hard because I don't want to knock my stand down. So I'm not pushing the beads as hard as I normally would if I had this laying flat. And I think I got all of the 8s. Like I said, that's why they didn't give us a whole bunch of them, because it's not that many. So these are H's, I's, B's, some F's. So I think I'm good on the 8s. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these back in the bag. So I get the bag that I had the remaining beads in. And then I'm just going to take and slide these right back into the bag. And then if I find on here somewhere where I still need a number 8, then I have these ready to go. All right, so 8 is done. I think I'm going to move on to I. So let me see if I used I already. This is my second one that I'm doing. The first one I did, I finished in a week as well. And it was a 30 by 40. This one is also a 30 by 40 in centimeters, not inches. Let me see if I got my eye. These are all the little bead packets. You can see I package them up, and then I try to keep them in alphabetical order so it's easy for me to find what I need. So I'm moving on to I, and we got a bunch of I's in here, 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 and there, and over here. So we're gonna need quite a few eyes. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour those in. And you don't want to fill the tray up because you want to give your beads room to move around. So that the goal is, when you get your beads, is to shake the tray, you know, a little bit, so that you're not having the beads just sitting on top of one another. And you're trying to get them like in single lines, you know, on their back so you can pick them up easily. And that helps the process go by much faster. So I'm going to start placing the eyes now. And this craft is so relaxing, guys. If you've never tried diamond painting, I highly recommend it, because you can do this while you're watching television. You can turn on some music and just start, you know, placing your diamonds. And then I also like to do it in just quiet time, where I'm not doing anything but just the diamond painting. And you want to try to get it as centered as possible, because it helps with placement of other beads that you have to place really close to it. So if you're going outside of the line, at some point in time, you're going to get to a point where it's going to be hard to place your diamond. Time consuming, but well worth the effort, because they turn out so pretty. So I'm going to show you. Okay, I got one diamond that keeps moving every time I try to pick it up. It scoots. Hold on, y'all. It's like, not me, not me, not me, not me. If you ever go to pick up a diamond and you find that it's not picking up, either one, you already have a diamond on there, because you can only pick up one at a time with this single stylus. You can only pick up one at a time. Or you've run out of wax, because wax is what helps you pick up your beads or your diamonds. I keep calling them beads because they just look like little beads to me, but they call it diamond art. So yeah, the little caddy of wax that it comes with, that's the other thing. It comes with your wax and your little tray that you see me using. Excuse me. So I'll show you what the wax look like, because you can't always assume that people have seen your work before or seen the work before. So this is the wax. It comes in a little caddy, and it has two wax things in here. And I'll take out one so you can see it. So there's one there, and then here's one. And all you do is, when you need to, hold on, y'all, drop my wax. All right, so when you need to put wax in to your stylus because it's no longer picking up your beads, I don't want to use the wax that I haven't used yet, so that's my newest one. I'm going to place this. The wax is going to come with a little protective piece of plastic over it. You want to keep it covered, because if you don't, the wax will dry out, and you don't want that. You don't want some old dried up wax that you can't use anymore. So it has this little piece of plastic on top, and you just take your stylus and you just stick it down and just kind of twirl it around. And it doesn't take much. Just that little bit right there will probably finish this canvas for me. And then I put that piece of plastic back on and put it right back into my caddy and close it up. All right, so now we're ready to start back picking up our diamonds. And again, we're matching up I to I, the letter I to the letter I on the canvas. And your canvas is sticky. It has an adhesive on it. That's why you don't see the diamonds moving when I put them on here. They stick right where I put them. Your canvas will come with a piece of plastic on top of it. And that's so that you don't, get a lot of dust and debris on here that's going to affect your stickiness or your adhesive. But since I'm close to being done, I've removed my plastic from here because I got tired of trying to move it out of my way. And my goal is to be done with this today. As you can see, I don't have much. It looks like a lot, but it's not a lot left. And again, I ordered this set from Michael's. Not ordered, but I picked it up from Michael's. You can get these from Amazon. You can get them from the craft stores like Michael's and Hobby Lobby. I don't know if Joann's is still a thing. I know some of our Joann's here closed down, which I never frequented them anyway because Michael's and Hobby Lobby is closer to me. I'm in Michael's more than anything. And then you can also get them if you are on TikTok. They also sell them on the TikTok shop. The light that I'm using, I got from Amazon. And it has 3 light settings. So I have it on the lowest lighting. I just like to be able to really see what I'm doing. Because y'all know I'm already half blind. And I'm only holding my hand on here because, like I said, I'm not pushing down super hard because I don't want to knock but my stand over that I have it sitting on. But I got the light and I got the stand from Amazon. I ordered those directly from Amazon. So you can see how it moves pretty fast. Most of the time when I'm doing this, I do use the stand. I like it up, but you can let it down and have it flat and plait your diamonds or put your diamonds on. I just like to use the stand with it up for some reason. All right, so we're getting close to knocking out some of these eyes. And for anyone that just came in, I'll turn the light off so you can see the true colors because it looks different because I have this light on, but it is so pretty, y'all. So I'll show you the one that I did first, which is called the Girl with the Umbrella. This is the first one that I did. And I ordered this one from Amazon. It's called the Girl with the Umbrella. It's also a 30 by 40. The 30 by 40 is centimeters, not inches. It's 30 by 40 centimeters. And I ordered these magnetic frames so that when I'm done, I can hang them up. And I also put a diamond sealer on here so that my diamonds are not able to move. You know, I won't lose any diamonds. So this is the one that I finished last week. And that one is called The Girl with the Umbrella. And I got this one from, like I said, Amazon. What do you do with them? I hang them. I'm going to hang them up on the wall. So I'll show you here. These are diamond art frames. You can get them in different sizes. You can see this one is super big, but they're magnetic. And so I'm gonna put my diamond paintings in here. This one had a set, this was a set of 19. It's 19 frames in here. And you can see right here, it has the little thing where you can adhere it to the back to hang it up. So it has one of these for each frame. So that's what I'm gonna be doing with mine, is I'm gonna hang them on my wall. This wall right here is where my little TV is empty. It doesn't have anything up there. I just hit the light again, y'all. So that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna hang them up. I'm gonna turn this light back down. So the light has 3 settings. This is the second to the highest, and then that's the brightest that it goes. But this is what it looks like. That's the true color. That's with no lighting on there. So y'all can see how pretty that is. So this one is called The Girl with the Bird. And I bought this from Michael's. It was like $6. And like I said, it came with everything. All of the beads, the stylus. It came with the tray, the little tray here. All of the beads, and then it came with this little wax caddy. It came with that. And my light here that you see me using, I got from Amazon. And then I bought this stand. No, the stand came with the light. The stand came with the light, and it came with these clips. It came with 4 clips. So that's that. I'm gonna make sure I got it on the lowest level. I love doing this. This is my second one. I've always been afraid to do diamond painting because I don't like small pieces. I don't like small pieces at all, y'all. Number one is because of my nails, and I'm not going to cut my nails to do the art. So that's number one. And number two is, like, what if you knock it over? Like all these little beads, you know, you got to worry about picking up this little stuff. So I would not recommend doing this on carpet. And I'm telling y'all that for a reason. So I just added some more beads, and I'm just going to shake them around. You want to make sure the beads are laying on their back. The flat part goes up against the canvas, and the part that protrudes or sticks out is going to be facing you. Now they do have a stylus like this that has multiple ends so that you can put more than one diamond at a time. I just ordered a set like that, but I haven't received it yet. But I'm super excited about getting it because I'm probably going to be ordering like 100 of these diamond paintings. You know how we as crafters, we always overdo it. We always order more than what we need. But I see so many pretty ones on Amazon, and I see so many pretty ones on the TikTok shop. So I have my showcase loaded up on the TikTok shop, and I'll probably go in there today and order a bunch of them that I have in my showcase on the TikTok shop. Let's see. Patriot. Am I married? It doesn't really have anything to do with diamond painting, y'all. So I just want to talk about diamond painting. All right. So you can see it goes pretty fast. It seems like it's slow, but it goes pretty fast. It's slow. It seems slow because I'm talking and trying to watch the phone and answer your questions and that kind of stuff. But when I'm just sitting I'm moving pretty fast. I like to do it while I'm binge watching any type of series on TV. So I just got finished watching Forever on Netflix, and OMG. If you've not seen that, gosh, guys, you have to check it out. That series took me through every emotion that a person could possibly have. It was so good. And I finished it in the same day I started watching because it was just so good. Uh-oh, I just hit the light again. There we go. I like to keep the light on the lowest setting because it's too bright. So, they do have some of these sets that come with the magnifying glass to kind of help you, as well. So, because you can see that those characters are super, super small. So if your vision is challenged, you can get you can get the magnifying glass to help you out. And I see a lot of people that use those when they're doing this as well. The kit that I ordered, it comes with the I keep wanting to say microphone. It comes with the magnifying glass. So hopefully I get my kit today. So hello and welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I'm just doing diamond art today. Tell you guys a little story. The first time, used to be in a monthly club. Okay. Called up because I wasn't doing them anyway. I see so many ones on Amazon. Yeah, I saw this lady on TikTok and she's doing a Christmas diamond art painting thing together, and they're all gonna do the same Santa Claus diamond painting. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I'm one of those people that I don't like to commit to things because the day and time might come and I change my mind. I don't want to do it, and I don't want to have to contact people and be like, oh, we're not going to do it today. So I just like to jump on live when I just jump on live. I don't want to plan it so that I'm not letting people down, because y'all know life happens, right? You go to bed and you say, tomorrow I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and tomorrow comes and you did total opposite. So that's kind of how I am because, you know, it's just me. And then I have my Cricut brayer. I'll show you my brayer. I like to use my brayer just to go across it, just to make sure, you know, that my beads are laying flat. And once I'm done with putting all of my beads down, then I'm going to use, let me show you, the diamond sealer. So this is the diamond sealer. I got this from Amazon as well. And you just put this on, and then it comes with the silicone brush, and you just brush it all across your painting. And that helps to seal your diamonds so that, you know, you have it hanging up on the wall. You don't have to worry about over time the diamonds loosen up and they start moving. So even though I got that magnetic frame, I also put that diamond sealer on there too. All right, I think I'm getting close to filling up the eyes here. Let me see if I missed any eyes over here, because it is so easy, y'all. You'll think that you got them all, and you'll be working on a different alpha or a numeric or special character, and then you'll see, oh, there's an eye. I missed it. And in those cases, I'll just take the end of my stylus, and let's say I missed a 7 somewhere. I'll just take the end of the stylus and stick it into the bag and scoop out just one bead instead of pouring out multiple beads that I'm not needing at that time. I'll just use the end of the stylus just to pick up one bead. and keep it moving. I hope y'all are able to see it because I can feel the position kind of awkward. And my hand keeps hitting this light. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. I felt my hand hit that light. Here we go. All right, so I think I got all of the eyes in that little area. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. Let me see if I have any questions. But I did say that, you know, I might do the craft with me thing, but it'll just be a set time frame, like maybe an hour to do it together. I don't want to overextend myself. But I love crafting. Never thought I would be doing diamond painting again because of the small beads. But here I am, and I absolutely love it. Now I do have my girlfriends and I, we're going to be doing, when we get together, we're going to do diamond painting. So my girlfriend sent 3 diamond paintings to my house. So we're going to get together and just diamond paint and chat it up. And she sent some really pretty ones here to me. But I don't want to bother those because those are for when we get together. So perfect for, you know, chilling with your friends. Even doing it with the kids. I think the kids would love this. Now right here, it's kind of like overextended onto the black part of the frame. And I don't like that because then I can't see because the letters and stuff are black. So I have to move this over some so that it's on the light so I can see it. So let me try to do this without making a mess. But these little clips, they definitely come in handy because we got some eyes right here. I think I got all of the eyes in the other area. So I just want to make sure you guys can see where I'm putting the diamonds now. But I heard so many people, that was a good question about what do you do with them after you finish them? Because so many people I even seen on TikToks were saying that they don't know what they're going to do with them when they finish them. But I am going to hang mine up. In my place, I have so much of my artwork hanging up. So I love to be able to put my stuff on display. I crocheted a dollhouse. And I cannot wait until I have the room that I can display my dollhouse because it is amazing. I crochet everything in it from living room, bedroom, clothing, dollhouse characters. I even crocheted a car, a refrigerator. Everything is crocheted and it's absolutely beautiful. But I don't have enough room to display it here. So when I move, looking for space for the house, for the dollhouse. Okay, 1 bead dropped because I saw it and I felt it once I got to the canvas. All right, I'm gonna need a few more eyes. All right. Yesterday I was getting ready to jump on live and I don't know. I think I was moving kind of fast and I saw the canvas sliding I didn't worry about it. I'm like, it's just a canvas. But my beads were sitting in front of the canvas. So I'm refueling on my beads. And when the canvas slid, it knocked my beads over. And I have carpet down where I'm at right now. And oh my God, it was a nightmare getting those beads up off that carpet. So that's why I said I do not recommend doing this on carpet. Like my place is all hardwood floors, but I have carpet right here underneath this table. And man, oh man, it was so hard getting up all those beads. So if anyone has been interested in doing diamond art, I highly say go for it. Go for it because it's so relaxing and calming. Oh, I was going to tell you guys that the first time I did a YouTube live, I got hacked. And they had changed all of my information. When I log into my YouTube, they had changed everything to Chinese. So I couldn't maneuver anything. And my daughter had to log into her account and navigate me through on what was what so that I could get in there and change my password and take control back over my YouTube. So after that, I decided, yeah, I don't want to do that again. So I didn't do YouTube lives for years until now. All right. Getting close to being done with the eyes now. Oh, thank you so much. I love crafting, and I am not one of the gatekeepers, so I don't gatekeep. I don't mind sharing how I do things. Um, when I first got into crafting, I was crocheting. I wanted to crochet dolls, but I didn't know how to crochet dolls. I wanted to crochet dolls, but I didn't know how. Now, as a kid, my mom taught me how to crochet, but all I could make was squares and circles. That's it. And so I started looking at YouTube and I saw people making these beautiful dolls. Even on Facebook, I saw them making beautiful black dolls. And then you would say, in the craft groups, you would say, oh, how did you do that? And it would just be crickets. The people wouldn't respond. They would only respond to likes and loves and stuff like that. But if you asked a question about how they did it, they wouldn't respond. I didn't like that feeling. I really didn't. Because I feel like it's enough for all of us out here. So, I don't know why people are like that. But anywho, so I found a group. Or not really a group, but I found this organization called Feel Better Friends, and they make dolls for sick children. And they make the doll in the child's likeness. They provide you their crochet pattern that you have to follow to make the dolls. And it's pretty easy. It's like single crochet, double crochet, half double crochets, joins, that type thing. Very basic pattern. And so I'm like, okay, I know how to do all these stitches, so I should be able to follow this pattern. So in order to make dolls for them, and they don't charge the people who contact them to get a doll made for their sick child. So like if the child is in a wheelchair, we will even crochet the wheelchair. If the child is bald headed, but they or let me just say they don't have any hair. That bald headed part sounds really rude. But if the child doesn't have hair, we will make the doll with no hair as well. All right, have a good one. We'll make the doll also with no hair. And then if the child wears a wig, we'll also crochet the wig for the doll. So you're again making the doll in a child's likeness. And so they give you their pattern, and what you have to do is you have to apply to be a crafter. Hold on, y'all. My phone is ringing. So you have to apply to craft for them. And so they give you their pattern, and you find a candidate, you know, whoever you want to make a doll in the likeness of, and you follow the pattern and you make the doll. And then you take pictures, you send the pictures to them, and then they will either say you need to work on XYZ, or they will allow you to make dolls for them. So I've been doing it now for 12 years, where I make dolls for sick children. So sometimes when you guys don't see me in my Facebook group, or, you know, my TikToks, or just around, it's because I'm taking that special time to crochet dolls that I've committed to doing. And again, it's a nonprofit organization, so I'm not paid to do it. I just love to do that for the kids. And what I found is that a lot of times the families are taking those dolls with the child to their doctor's appointments and things like that, so the child doesn't feel like they're alone. And oh my God, it's so rewarding. I absolutely love it. And they're always looking for people. So if you know how to crochet, check out Feel Better Friends. Or if you have a sick child or know someone that has a sick child, then you can request a doll be made. And again, they do not charge you to make the doll for you. It's absolutely free. Y'all, I'm almost finished with the eyes. I'm definitely going to finish this today. Like, make no doubt about it. I'm finishing this today. That is my goal. So I'm not ignoring anybody if you're asking questions or saying something, guys. I got my eyes going one way on the canvas and my phone is over here. So let me see if I have any questions. Oh, the doll in my profile picture. Yeah, that's one of my favorites, y'all. And actually, when I moved into this place, which I've been here now, I think like 3 years, when I moved into this place, y'all, I had so many crochet dolls that I crocheted just for my own personal reasons. And I packed up all those dolls and took them to the Salvation Army. And so I gave the Salvation Army a lot of little African American crochet dolls, and they were so cute. But that one that's in my profile, I still have that one, and I call that one long legs because the legs are really, really long on that doll, and that's why I fell in love with it, was because of the legs. And I got that pattern, I think, off of Etsy that I followed. But I love crocheting dolls. Like, love, love, love crocheting dolls. The boy dolls I always find to be more of a challenge, because when it comes to the hair, I just feel like you can't ever get that hair right. But the girls, you know, especially if I get a little African American girl to craft for, and you know, they got braids or something like that. Oh my God, I love doing the crochet yarn to make their hairstyles. So now I'm just looking over the canvas to see if I missed any eyes, since I look like I got see, that one was sitting on that black, so I couldn't see that eye right there, because your characters are in black. So if it's laying up against black, you're not going to be able to see it. All right, so let's turn the light off And that is what it's looking like now. Getting close to being done, y'all. All I gotta do is finish these fruit on top of her little head here. I didn't think this one was gonna be, I didn't think it was gonna be really pretty. When I went to Michael's, I was just like, okay, this is the prettiest one of the ones that I saw in there. Like they had a lot of cats and dogs, and I like animals, but I'm not an animal lover like that, so I didn't want any of those. Um, so I picked up this one because I was like, it's a lot of pretty colors. So that's how I ended up with the girl with the bird. But I am in love with her. I think she is so pretty. I think she's so pretty. So I'm just looking to see if I missed any eyes before I put the rest of these beads back in the bag. And then I think I'm going to move on to H now because there's a lot of H's. H's and X's look like they're the bulk of what I have left. We got quite a few Q's and F's and some K's, but H and K, no, H and X and K, it's a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these beads back in the bag. So if you decide to do this, I recommend either you get the storage kit for your beads that are the little containers, or either get you some baggies like this. And that way, once you're done, you can close that bag back up, because these bags that they come with, you can't close them back up. So trust me, you'll have beads flying everywhere if you don't have some type of, method to put those beads up when you're done. So now we're going to move on to H. And we're going to put I back in alphabetical order. So I try to keep them like that, so as I need them, it's easier to find. So now we have H. So we're going to start plotting H. And then again, you don't want to fill up your tray. You just want to put enough beads in there so you can start, moving them around freely. Again, you want them to lay on their back, but they don't always happen initially. You might have to kind of shake them a couple of times to get them on their back. And you can tell when they're not on their back. When they're on their back and I slide them up against this canvas, they move so freely. But if it's not, if it's on the end that's protruding outward, they like wobble as I'm moving it around on the canvas. I don't know why my phone is beeping so much. I'm never contacted so much until I get on to something I'm working on. Jesus Christ. I might have to get off live. It could be an emergency, but if I get off live and it's not, I'm gonna be so mad. Has anyone in here tried the Midjourney video version 7? Anybody tried that? I played around with one prompt and it turned out really nicely. I could see how I could use those with the Dream Face to make my talking and singing avatars. To get some stuff done. I think I dropped a bead, y'all. Let's see. Let's see if I missed any questions. Also, y'all did y'all thing during the pandemic. That would have been the perfect time to do it too, because nobody could go anywhere. So I could totally see how that would be, you know, something to do during that time. My friends and I that are gonna get together and do this, they were like, how long does it take? And I was like, well, I'm gonna tell you now, you're not gonna finish it that day. You're not going to finish it that day. So, this is like a project that you can pick up, guys, and in your spare time, or like I said, you're watching TV, you're listening to some music, you're just sitting around. This is when you can pick up this project and, just do a little bit at a time. My first one, you would have thought that, you know, I was really on something because I was determined that I was going to finish that thing that week. And so I was like waking up, putting the beads, going to sleep, putting beads. I was like beating all of my waking hours. I think I was on vacation uh, a couple of days, and all I was doing was beading or putting the diamonds down. So again, I'm not pushing hard like I normally would, and that's because I have this on the stand and I don't want it to just go crashing down. That wouldn't be a good thing. So that's why I kind of put my finger down on it and press when I'm done, and then I'll still use my brayer. You can see how we've now filled in all of that little section really quickly. And we're going to now move to here, because those are B's, not H's. And there's R right there. So yeah, I'll be finished with this today. And when I get ready to seal it, I'll do that. I'll come back on live and show you guys how I seal it so that you can see that part of the process as well. It's giving you the bug. Yeah, I'm telling you, I can't, like, out of all the craft stuff I have in my place, this has now taken precedence over everything. It's like something that I'm like, why did I wait so long to do this? Like, it's so relaxing and so calming, and the end result turns out so pretty. And I was concerned, like others, what do you do with them when you finish them? And then I'm like, Doris, you got a whole wall over here that doesn't have anything on it that would be perfect for your diamond paintings. So that's where they're going to go, is up on this wall. And they're not heavy. That's the other thing. They're not heavy. So I think that little hang tab thing will be perfectly fine. So once I get my wall all accented with all my different paintings, I will take a picture and post it for y'all so you guys can see it. And like I said, try to get your beads as centered as possible when you're placing them, because if you don't, then when you try to place a bead on each side of it, you'll find that you might not have room, and so you'll have to start adjusting all the other diamonds that are near it to accommodate it. So, just take your time and try to get that diamond where it goes as centered as possible, so it'll make it easier for the additional diamonds, when you start getting close to little work sessions like this area right here, that you have enough room without having to do a lot of adjusting. All right, looks like we're getting down to the wire on the H's, y'all. I think this is something that my mother would enjoy because she liked to do painting by number on her phone. And I love painting by color as well. I like to do Zen color, but this is taking over Zen color instead of painting by numbers or whatever now. All right, so we got most of this filled in. I had a lady that told me on a TikTok, she was like, I miss doing my diamond beading. And I said, why did you stop? And she said, because it's so expensive. And I was like, you don't know what expensive is to people. But like this set right here at Michael's was $6. And I think they had them on sale. I think they are like normally like $9.99 or something like that. But they had them on sale that day. All of their diamond paintings they had on sale. But since I was still new to it, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try one and, go from there. I already had this one that I was working on, but this one came from Amazon. And so the canvases are different. This one is more like a cloth canvas, and this one is more like a plastic canvas. So the canvases are different. They're not the same type of material. So that's why I only wanted to get one from Michael's just to see. But if I had my preference, I like the canvas type from Amazon better. I do. So we're going to get all these H's on this side over here. I'm trying to keep you guys in frame. So I'm on this side now because I finished on the right side. So I don't want to be out of camera view so you can't see what I'm doing. But they give you more than enough beads. I haven't found, even with the Amazon one nor with the Michael's one, that I came up and was like, right at the number of beads that it required. They give you a lot of beads. Like, I don't have very many H's left, but I still have a lot of H beads. I guess they just imagine, people losing them or dropping them or whatever. So yeah, it's almost done with the H's now. I just got this little area and a couple right in there. And that's going to close out shop for the H's. I still got to move this over again because I'm coming up on a little part over here on the black. And again, the characters are black, so black on black, I can't see what I'm doing. And y'all see how much I've been putting these beads with just that little bit of wax. I've not had to put any wax on here. That wax goes a long way. It really does. That little bit goes a long way. Now they tell you when you first start to put the stylus in your wax a couple of times before you start beading. But I only had to do that the first time. After the first time, it's been very little to put in there. But if it's something that you want to try, look on Amazon because they have all types of stylus. They have stylus that have lights built directly on them. And then they have your multi-plot type stylus that has multiple ends so that you can put more than one diamond at a time. And another note is if you're not going to be beading for a couple of days, it's good for you to take this and put it in some plastic, like a piece of plastic or something, and close it up. That way the wax that's in there doesn't dry up, because you don't want that wax to dry up. And then you can't pick up your beads. That wax needs to have like that kind of wet feel to it. So you don't want to just leave your stylus out with wax in it, because it will dry up. But that's one of the things when I'm learning a new craft. Like, I go watch people and try to get as much knowledge as possible to help me out. And if all else fails, I'll find a group that may be doing that particular craft and join that group to get some help. But, sometimes help is not always there. So you have to do some stuff on your own. But I don't mind, because that's how I learn. Once you make a mistake, you're like, okay, note to self, never do that again. I'm trying to move my canvas over, y'all, because I got some H's that was directly sitting on that black. But hopefully you guys can still see in the frame here. Finishing up this last little area for the H's. I asked my daughter, would this be something she was interested in? She was like, no. But I think if she did it one time like I did, she would change her mind. But initially she was like, absolutely not. But that's how I was. And now they're not going to be able to pull me away from diamond painting. And even in Michael's, they sell the tumblers with diamond painting. They sell coasters that you can do diamond painting. I think that's what I'm going to do next, is the coasters, because I saw some that were so pretty. And then they come with this acrylic cover that you put on top after you finish beating out the coasters, and it looks so pretty, y'all. So I'm gonna have to try that next. See, like right here, this one fell kind of short, so now I got to try to get it to move, because it's like stuck like Chuck and didn't want to move. All right, so we got all of our H's there, and we got a few right here, none up there. So I think I'm about to be done with the H's, y'all. I'm gonna be sad when I finish. That means I'm gonna have to run to Michael's and get those coasters, because I don't have any more kits. The ones I have left are the ones that me and my friends are going to be using for our get together. And I'm addicted now. All right, so now we got all of our H's. I do believe all of the H's are now done. So I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna cut the light off again and give you another visual here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these up. And I see a 3 have fallen off here. I think I saw the bead. Y'all. I think I saw it, because there was an orange bead laying on the table, and I'm like, where did that come from? And I think it came from right there. Let me see if I can see where it fell to. Nope. Let me grab a number 3. Let's see. And they have so many different variations of, oh my God, orange. It's so many different orange and so many different yellows. So you have to make sure you're using the right yellow or orange or whatever color, because that's what gives your canvas that variation and the pretty colors. There we go. So 3, when I got this kit, it had 2 bags, 2 big bags of number 3. And that's because number 3 is the bulk of the canvas, or was the bulk of the canvas for the beads. Number 3. And but then they had a lot of variations of other colors. I put that one on there good. I can tell. All right, hopefully that one don't come off. All right, so turn that off. I'm going to show you again what we got going on. All right, so those are the true colors. So you can see we got most of the little greens done with the H's and the I's. So we're now going to pick up with the, I think I'm going to do B. B is in boy. I'm going to do B, and then I'm going to jump off after that. But if you have any questions about the process that I haven't answered that you are wanting to know, feel free to ask me any questions while I'm looking for my bees. Here they go. That you would like to know, because, you know, now is the time if you want to do this process. And you're afraid and you're unsure about, you know, certain things. Now's the time to jump in and ask any questions that you may have. So let me try to move this over. So we're now working on this little section right here with the bees. They're putting in a new train station, DART train station right here by my house. And so multiple times during the day, they go up and down the tracks and blow that horn. Oh my God. It's so nerve-wracking. It didn't bother me initially, but now it's like, please stop. Just please stop it. I love peace and quiet, y'all. I don't know if y'all know that about me, but I love peace and quiet. I can get so much done when it's quiet. So, always go back over your work. Even when you think you're pressing down hard, go back over your work. Because I can see another area down here where I have a bead right here that's kind of sliding. It looked like it wasn't sitting quite in its spot. And then I have a number question mark somewhere I just saw. All right, so that's the bees. I think I just knocked one off. Here we go. But always go back over your work, because these little booger whoopers, they will start moving around if they are not on there nice and tidy-whitey. All right, so that's number 8. I think I finished. I think that's a B right there. I think that is a B all the way over there. And a couple of B's right there. All right. It's so easy to miss them. All right, so I think I got all of the B's now. Those are R's. And that one look like it's trying to move. All right, so that's it, guys. I just wanted to jump on and see how much more I could get done during this little time together. Answer any questions that you guys might have. I want to thank you guys so much for Jumping in, I'll go ahead and turn the light off again so you can see the true colors. But that's what she's looking like. And you can see I only have like little sections to fill in. Very little, none down here. All that is done. So just this little small portion right here. So I'm going to work on that offline. And then when I get ready to put the finishing touches on, once you put the diamond gel sealer on there, once you put this on, you're going to let it sit for 2 hours. I'll let it sit for 2 hours, and then I'll put my magnetic frame on. But this one, oh, I forgot. This one actually came with the wooden frame. So I don't know if I want to use the wooden frame because that may look wonky with all of my other ones having the black frame and then this one having a wood frame. Or maybe I don't put this one on the wall where I'm going to put the others. I don't know. But this one that came from Michael's, it came with the frame. So I forgot that. That's why this white up here and this white down at the bottom here, the frame connects to that. And like I said, again, this whole set that I got from Michael's was $6. I do remember that. All right, so hopefully I answered any questions and, you know, got those that had put diamond painting down for a while, got you back interested in it. And for those that have been afraid to do it, have decided to try it. I mean, just get you one diamond set. Go to Michael's, Hobby Lobby, order it from Amazon, get you one with the pretty image that you like, and do, you know, just work on it. You don't have to finish it all in one day, or, you know, just work on it in your spare time like I have. So I'm going to go ahead and log out, and thank you guys so much for joining me today. And if there were any questions that I did not answer, I was not ignoring anyone. It's just that I was looking at my canvas and not at the phone. But I will look at the comments from here, and then I will answer those. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining in, and you guys have an amazing day. Bye, y'all.